Rebrands have been all the rage, and they've been very helpful, especially in the case of, say, Sporting Kansas City. In Columbus, they're doing a rebrand as well. New logo and a lot of buzz around the crew. They've already announced the signing for next year. He's someone very familiar with MLS and with MLS fans. It's Kei Kamara, and he joins us right now on the show. Kei, how are you, man?
I'm good, Greg. Thanks.
Well, let me ask you, because I'm not sure. I was going to say welcome back to the States, but I'm not sure your timeline. When did you officially get back in the States?
Midnight on Monday.
Okay, so it is a welcome back to the States situation.
Yes, it is. I obviously got here right on time for the announcement and everything.
So where were you doing before that? Because, we've been seeing you. You're obviously a great tweeter, Instagrammer, but, we haven't seen you on the pitch. So what have you been doing with yourself the last few months?
Well, a few weeks ago, I was actually with Wolverhampton in England, the championship. Not something that I needed to tweet or, post anywhere because, just out there training and, offering a contract. But obviously, I was turned down for my work permit. So I just trained. And Monday, I travel over here to come join up with the crew.
Well, this is an MLS-focused podcast. I consider myself an MLS snob. I get the feeling, and tell me if I'm wrong, that you did have opportunities, as you kind of just mentioned, to stay in England, but you chose to come back in MLS. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not just England. A few options out overseas, and it's really about just the whole, plan that was, put together over here, and for me and my family too. When I thought about it and thought about what I can be part of again and building something, so it was really interesting. And to me, I was just said, yeah, that's fine. I'm a free player. MLS didn't have to go spend much to get me. I feel like it's a place for me, so I definitely just happy to come back to it.
Yeah, and to me, that's the exciting thing is as a guy who did have opportunities, who could have stayed overseas if they wanted to. And it was also a situation where it didn't feel like you were unsettled in England, and it looked like you were settling in nicely. To choose to come back here, and I've read, how you've been saying to even your teammates when you were in England that, this is a league that you kind of gotta keep notice of and give respect to. Definitely.
I mean, being out there, being in England, whether I was with Norwich or being with Middlesbrough, I went, ran by a lot of players that's looking to come over to play in America because, America, the MLS has really been known now all over, and everybody's looking to make that transition. And for me, that was one of the things, too, when I was out there, hearing all that. And I said, well, it's at my time of my career. It's like, why not, go back to where, I've really made a name for myself and continue to play there and continue to actually give myself something better than just Open Cup championship, hopefully an MLS, MLS Cup. So those are all one of the reasons why I definitely wanted to do this and come back.
You are, like I said, a guy who loves to share his life on social media. How long did you have to sit on this news that this is where you were going?
Yeah, that was a tough one, And obviously, that's the one that everybody calls, make sure you do not put it on Twitter, okay? Every day it's like they ring in your head. I go, okay, I know how to do that. But so I had to, come down on my tweets a bit, And even though I knew a few players with the crew, I have to, stay away from them and not tell them, what's going on. But, I love, everything that, that was planned and everything that's planned going forward, even though I can't be part of the team to play for this year, but I'm really looking forward to adjust to the system and be ready for next year.
I feel like it was good that you didn't get to town until Monday night, because if you had stayed any longer, you wouldn't have helped yourself. You would have had to tweeted something out.
No, they definitely. I'm pretty sure they would have put me in a hotel somewhere far, far away that doesn't have Wi-Fi or any kind of signal.
Has Columbus changed much since you were last there?
A lot. Columbus has changed a lot, and it's for the good too. I mean. Hey, I'm looking forward to it. And obviously, even when it comes down to the team now and with all these changes that have been made, I'm sure, that a lot of people are going to be, all up for it, coming to the new year. But the city of Columbus, definitely looks different. And, they're getting full stadiums now to watch, soccer games. So it looks like, soccer is coming back to life.
And it looks like you have already been told, you've been tweeted a Chipotle map for the Columbus area.
was actually the Monday I was on my way over. That's when I was tweeted the map for Chipotle. But I'm sure, Chipotle headquarters definitely had sent me, all the necessary information that I need to know. I actually had my first Chipotle here in Columbus, so I can't wait to go back to that restaurant and go, say, wow, I had my first Chipotle here 9 years ago.
Kai, you never forget your first. That's what I've always been told. You never forget your first.
Thank you.
Now, I saw that you tweeted out not too long ago that you and your wife were at a Chipotle in London. Do they not have Chipotles all over the place in England, or is it just London is the good one?
Yeah, just one in London. So every time we make our way down to London, we always go to the Chipotle there. Right outside Trafalgar Square.
Wait! Well, only one Chipotle in all of London is only in all of England. There's only one Chipotle.
I maybe there is another one, but every time we look, every time we ask, everybody just tells us about the one in London. I know, right? But so it's a 2-hour trip, 2.5-hour trip to go have Chipotle. But I've made it a few times, and it's all worth it.
I was going to ask you about, you and your wife adjusting your life in England and now coming back over the States. But honestly, I'm more concerned about Chelsea. How does Chelsea adjust to the move as an English dog and now coming back and being an American dog?
She's not back yet. She says she's not coming back.
What? What's going on?
She loves all the green area over there. It's amazing. I think she loves it over there. She loved it more than, even me playing soccer. But no, she's going to love it. I don't think, a lot of people are probably jealous because Chelsea's travel more than a lot of people, So,
It's true.
And she's always going to be with us everywhere.
Well, word is that the transfer of Chelsea still hinging on a couple of things. She hasn't worked out her wages yet. She's still got a couple of things she needs to work out before she comes over.
No, it's actually, the wife heads back over there to grab the rest of the stuff, which, I pushed her to do that because I just want to chill and relax.
Yes.
But and then Chelsea will be on a flight, and she's up to date on all the vaccines and be here. And we just got to find a place for her to live. That's the most important thing, so that when she comes, she'll be ready to go.
Now, you talked about being in Columbus, staying in Columbus for a while to get adjusted to life in Columbus. What is your schedule with the team? I know you can't start playing until next season, but word is filtering out that you are going to be a part of the team throughout the rest of the season. What does that mean?
Yeah. I'm not an old guy in this league, so I consider myself as a veteran and experienced player. So, bringing my experience, into the locker room at the moment, really training with the team every day, starting next week. I'll be there, connect with the guys, get to know most of the guys and get to, really familiarize with the coaching staff and their system and for what the team is all about, before, preseason starts next year. But, me being around there and me, having my experience in the league, it's a really young locker room. So, I'm really looking forward to, being around the guys and really motivating them in the final push to the playoffs.
Is there such a thing, and I know it happens in American football when maybe the quarterback is injured, he plays on the scout team and pretends to be the best player in the other team. Is there something like that in soccer? Can you on the practice field pretend to be a player that the crew is going to come up against later on in the season?
Yeah, actually, I like that idea.
Yeah,
I'm going to talk to coach about that. Maybe, if they're playing against a team that has a really good goalkeeper, I can get in goal and pretend to be that guy. No, I don't know. I think he probably would just keep me into the position that he wants me to play so I can get familiarized with it. But I'm up for anything, really being here for this short time. Into the end of the season and into the playoffs, it's really for me to just adapt and just, to get the ideas of everything that he wants to do.
Something that we always see in MLS is when a team rebrands or a new logo comes out, even for the league, there's always half the people who kind of like it and the other half are kind of on the fence on it. This new crew logo, though, seems to be universally loved. How awesome was it at the event where everything was announced and you were obviously introduced to the team?
It was great. It was really great to be part of it. I think it was a lot of people was waiting for this. The crew logo. One of the originals that's always been there,
Yep.
Haven't been changed. So a lot of people have accepted it. To be honest, and even me. If even I wasn't here, I would have said, yeah, that's it's about time. For something like that. So, I have to be honest, it's really good and it's great, that the team colors is still the same because no other team in the league that has those colors when you see them on TV and say, yeah, that's the Columbus Crew. So definitely, it's good. It's really good for all the rebrand and everything, and hopefully, it's just makes a really good impact in the city of Columbus.
Now, are you fully outfitted in your new Crew gear, or do you keep the old Crew gear for the rest of the season?
No, actually, so I'm speaking to you. I have 2 scarves of the new gear on me at the moment because we just came from a NBC television show. So I have them all scarfed up, and I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to give it back.
And obviously, we talked about training. This is an important time for you because, yes, you are going to help and you want to be there for the teammates as they make their playoff push, but you also need to keep your fitness levels up as well. Is that going to be a challenge knowing that your next competitive match isn't going to be until, say, March?
No. For me, definitely not. Hopefully, I'll have even some national team games now.
Yes.
That's going to be coming up. So, being trained in here, and then I'll definitely get some games with the national team. Hopefully, getting called up. But for me, it's not going to be too difficult. I'm not a guy that's there and unfit. I just got to stay healthy at the moment, and just being part of it. Just get back to the swing of things.
Now, I know this is a dumb question, but you are bringing heart-shaped hands with you to Columbus, correct? Well, now, wait a second. Wait, I thought that was a no-brainer. Okay, we're breaking news here. What's going on?
Hey, the season hasn't started. My season has not started yet, Still waiting for 2015 now, but definitely. That's me. It's Kei Kamara, heart-shaped hands. I cannot leave that behind.
And then the last thing, and I know you're in Columbus and you're fully focused on Columbus. You had to have been kind of touched by the outshowing or the outpouring of emotion from everyone in Kansas City. Everything I've seen has been just people going, it's a shame he's not for Sporting, but I just love the fact that Kei Kamara is back in MLS, and that's got to make you feel good.
That was awesome. Really, it's really positive to hear that from a lot of people. Yes, I did get a lot of messages before saying come back to Kansas City. And, for me, yes, I did wanted to do that. But, to have all these, feedback from people now, it was like when I went to Norwich, people were really supportive. And now people saying, we're so happy you're just back in the league. To me, it's great, and, I'm not far away. And definitely I'm in a place where I get to play, I get to play Kansas City a few times next year, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and add me to the mix as well. I just think that you are so great for the league, and it's so awesome that you chose to come back. And Kei Kamara, thank you so much for some time, and welcome back. We're looking forward to seeing you next season.
Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for having me.
Pass. This is your voice. This is my red, white, and blue. This is my anthem to you. For more show information, go to pitchpass.com.